Everyone, I'm Shiblakshmi. I'll be showing the first milestone of our project. Our project is about creating a performance evaluation tool for high school students. My team is Infinity Stones, which comprises of Shimli, Yashwant, Amrita, and myself. I will be presenting on behalf of my team. As we know, there are various factors which affect the student's performance. So, in through our application, we are providing some trackers which can track the students' attendance, lifestyle, and performance, and it can help the student decide the career path by showing them their strength. There are various tools available in the market which tracks the attendance, lifestyle, performance individually, but our tool aims to track everything under single roof, and it also gives a platform for basic questionnaire and advanced questionnaire, which can decide, which can help in deciding a student's performance. This is the landing page of our application. As you can see, it will have interactive design to which can attract the students, and then it will have login and sign up option. Once the student clicks on sign up, he will see these many fields for him to enter. First will be username, then email address, password, and the standard in which he is in currently. Then he has to select top three subjects. As you can see here, we for now we have the options of mathematics, physics, and chemistry. So based on these three selected subjects, we will be preparing the advanced questionnaire for the students to solve. So once the user signs up, the user can log into the application from the login module. Once the user provides email address and password, he will be able to log into the application. This is the dashboard page of our application, which has three tiles. One is questionnaire, second is attendance and lifestyle, third is extracurricular. The questionnaire tile will contain two things. First will be the basic test, and second will be the advanced test. Basic test will contain basic questions which will be like in general for the students, but the advanced test will contain the questions based on the selection that the student has done in the sign up page, like based on the selected subjects. So if you go into questionnaire, it will look something like this. It will have a number of questions, a number of general questions, and if the student decides to answer this question, he can go to the go to question, and then the question will come. Suppose this is a very basic question for an Indian student, like when did India get independence? The user can select any option. uh, the questions will be of multiple choice type, and you can go to next or previous, then you can do submit. So once the user submits everything, then we will keep all the scores in our database, which we will be using while forming the summary report for a student. So now coming back to the dashboard page, we have attendance and lifestyle section in this page. So how attendance section will work is, we will keep the track of number of days that student is absent in the class, and what is the reason behind his absence, whether he is sick, that's why he was absent, or he had some other work, that's why he was absent. And also we will keep track of the lifestyle of the student, because in many cases academic attendance or and performance both depends on the lifestyle of a student. So we have planned to keep four things in the lifestyle section. First will be how regularly the student is exercising, whether he is exercising daily or not, and what if he is choosing a healthy food habit, daily. And third will be whether he is having regular sleep every day. And fourth will be whether he is meditating. So these four, like we can give score to a student based on the lifestyle that he is currently adapting. These things also we will take into account while showing the final summary report of a student performance. So next, moving on to extracurricular. In the extracurricular also we will have four different sections. First will be the social cause, second will be sports, third will be arts, and the next one will be the science. So social cause will contain things like whether the student is actively involved in charities, or as in scout or guide, or NCC as it is provided in Indian schools. So these things will we will be giving scores based on how actively the student is involved in the social cause, and what changes he is trying to make in our social structure. The next one will be sports. So here we will be giving scores based on what kind of sports he is interested in, how much time he is giving, how much time is giving in that interested sports, and how well he is performing in that sports. Third will be the art section. Art section can contain many creative things like essay writing or debates or music or dance. It can have multiple things, or theater. So we will be giving scores based on these categories. And also we will have an algorithm to decide what category should how much a category should contribute to a student's performance. So similarly we will have for science category also, it will contain whether the student is actively involved in science fairs, or any research related things in the school curriculum, or anything which can come under science. So these three things we will have in our system, in our tool. um, and based on the scores that has been given from the questionnaire, basic and advanced combined, and how much lifestyle is contributing to a score, and also the extracurricular categories that we have. From all these things we will have an advanced algorithm which will summarize overall what the student's interest is, or how well the student is performing in different kind of activities like education or extracurricular activities or anything. And also we can correlate how the attendance and lifestyle of a student is actually contributing student's performance, or how well the student is performing when its lifestyle is good. And also we will be adding some informational help in the lifestyle page to make the students aware of the healthy lifestyle. And everything we will be all the summary that we will get from these tiles, we will be showing in the summary page through some intuitive charts like pie chart or bar charts, which will show the student's performance, and that will help the student. It will be like a progressive mechanism. The student can see his performance and then go back and give some test or add some extracurriculars, and then he can see how much his performance is improving if he is giving this test, or if he is choosing this subject, or if he is going for this extracurriculars. So it can reevaluate himself every time, whenever he wants. So that will improve the student's performance. We have used React.js to develop the UI, and also we have used Bootstrap CSS and some components given by npm to develop our UI. Our backend will contain Python, will be developed on Python, and we are using MySQL as our database. So our database design, I will explain you here. The users will be our master table, which will contain user roll number and user password. The roll number will be the primary key, which will be present in all our tables, and will from the users we have the user info table. User info is storing the student information in a table, which will have the attributes that are being shown in the sign up page, like username, what standard the student is, or what all subjects he has selected for advanced questionnaire, like subject 1, subject 2, subject 3. And also user roll number will be the key which will be mapped to the users table. So from there we saw that we have three tiles, that is for advanced questionnaire, that is for questionnaire which will have basic and advanced. Second one will be the attendance lifestyle, and third one will be the extracurricular. So how the table structure will be, for all these tables, user roll number will be the key which will map this table to the user info table. So in the exam summary table, we will have all the subjects that we have questions for. So suppose we have 5 subjects, we will have 5 subject as attributes, and then corresponding scores we will have in the same table itself. In the attendance table, we will keep the count of days where when the student is absent, and what was the date and what was the reason of absence. In the lifestyle table, we will be keeping track of the scores that the student has got from exercise, healthy meal, or sleep or meditation. And in the in the extracurricular, as I discussed, we will have 4 things. First one will be social cause, second will be sports, and third will be arts, and fourth will be science. So all these table also will be mapped to the main table with the user roll number key, and each table will have some unique attributes as required. Like suppose sports table should have what kind of sports the student is playing, or how much time he is spending, or what competition he has won or he has performed better. So similarly for exams, we will have these two table which will have subjects and questions. So subjects table will have what subject we are providing, subject name and subject type, and it will be mapped to the question table based on this subject type key. This questions table will contain question, then what is the subject type of that question, what is the subject name of that question, and what is the complexity of the question. This will decide which question we should give to which standard student, or whether it should come in the basic questionnaire or whether it should come in the advanced questionnaire. For the UI has been developed for these things, but UI has not been integrated with the backend. But backend is login and register. Backend for login and register has been developed, but it has not been integrated yet. So I can show you how a register and login works through this postman. So our first call will be register, where this will be a post call, and the body will have these many attributes, like what is the roll number, what is the password, username, standard, and those 3 subjects which the student select. So once the students click on sign up, we will be registering that student. If you can see the response, we are getting it as okay. So once the student has been registered, we can get the student info by doing this get call, this login user info get call. So if I the roll number what I have specified here is 1235. If I specify the same roll number, then I can get the info of the student which I had registered just now. So this is the student info that has been generated now. So what other things we are providing is, once we have the student created with this roll number and with this password, so by giving this roll number and password, we can the student can log in. So if you see, if we are logging in and the response we are getting it as okay, so we are able to log in. So we are also providing way to delete the student which is already created. So for this the URL is delete user, and we just need the roll number to delete a user because that is the primary key in our master table. So if I go with this delete user, then it says okay, that means we have successfully deleted the user. So now if I try to get the user info of this student, that is 1235, and I click on send, then I'm not getting any result because whatever the user I have created, it has been successfully deleted. So this is what we have achieved in this first milestone. So for further milestones and our final project presentation, we will be implementing this attendance lifestyle tile, where we will be showing the calendar and all the information that we need to show to the user. And also we will have in the extracurricular, we will be having the structure where the student can enter all their extracurricular activities, which will be used to calculate the final summary. So we will also be implementing an advanced algorithm through which we will be taking all the scores that has been collected from this questionnaire, attendance and extracurricular, and we will be showing a performance chart to the student, through which he can evaluate himself how well he is performing in his studies. And we will also be implementing the advanced questionnaire. We will be collecting the data from the survey, like what all questions we should ask in the basic questionnaire and advanced questionnaire, and from there we will be collecting the data for our summary report. So these things are pending for now, and so this is it for the first milestone. Thank you so much.